I am Marwan Hassan. I am professor at the University of British Columbia, and currently I am the head of the department. My profession and education in earth sciences, and I work in hydrology, focused on rivers, river mechanics, sediment transport in rivers, fish habitat, river ecology, and related topics in water resources. I have my own graduate students. I have PhD students and master students also. And I was for 5 years the graduate chair for the Department of Geography. I interacted with both science and art students in our program. I have a PhD from the Hebrew University in Jerusalem in earth sciences, specializing again in hydrology. I did my PhD in sediment transport in desert streams. Well, they need to ask themselves what sort of future they want and where they want to be in the next 10 or 15 years. What they like, if they like the teaching, if they like to do the research, and if they like all of the pressure that comes with these kind of teaching, research, and so on, then they should choose the academia and they should prepare themselves for academic position. If they like the applied part of the sciences or the applied part of their discipline, and they would like to deal with people again in a different scale, not teaching, but interaction with people, doing applied research, helping communities and so on, then the industry, their destination, and they should choose the industry. So basically what they need to do first is to ask themselves what they want and how they see their career and their future. The second thing that they need to do is to ask themselves, if I go to this kind of direction, either the academia or the industry, what sort of tools, what sort of skill I need to have in order to be successful, and to use the opportunity while they are in the university in order to acquire these tools, these skills that needed for both jobs. In the case of the industry, and especially in the discipline that I work in, which is hydrology, it's used in environmental sciences. There are a lot of companies and so on that one can communicate with and find work with. But in general, for any person, what they need to do is to look around and see what's available in terms of industry and what sort of jobs in the market or what sort of profession are available in general. And based on what's available, what's needed in the market, they need to acquire the skills for the present and also to think about the future. So they have to have a diverse kind of background. They have to have a wide range of skills. Even if they cannot see a use of it at the present, they should think about the future, and they should keep thinking about acquiring more tools in the future to adjust to a changing world. Well, the academic career, it's relatively easy because till recently we prepared our students to an academic career. It was almost guaranteed that you finish your PhD and you end up with a university position or equivalent in a research institute. And usually if you are a master's student, you will end up with a governmental position or local government or even a small company or something like that. And recently, more and more students find it difficult to find a job in the academia, so they have to look into the industry. And to look in the industry in terms of jobs, again, they need to have the right skills and to prepare themselves to accept the fact that there are not enough academic jobs in order to hire everyone. And if they realize that, then they need to develop flexibility. And the flexibility, it means that you keep all of your options open. If you are looking for the academia, in the past what happened is, what in the past the situation was, you finish your PhD, while you are in your last year in your PhD, you look for a job, You rush to finish your thesis, and by September you are standing in front of 200 students teaching and so on in a job. This is not anymore the situation. If you want still an academic job and you see that the market is not that good, one way around it is to take a postdoc position. A postdoc position gives you a kind of 2 years or 3 years of employment. It will give you more skills, you do more research, you can improve or beef up your CV significantly. In academia also there is very important issue here is the mobility. You have to be mobile because you might end up in a completely different continent, not only a country. The boundaries of your national boundaries is not good enough for you to find a job. You need to think about international jobs. We here at UBC, we hire people from everywhere in the world and we choose the best for the position. We don't care where they come from. Other universities and other countries, they do the same. So you have to be prepared to be mobile, to explore other options internationally. Well, at UBC there are the connection, the first connection that you have in your department. In your department you have your professors and your colleagues. All of them, they are looking for jobs, and all of them, they know about jobs. I get a lot of ads about jobs. I keep forwarding to different people in the department. So you are first and immediate connections in the department. But it also faculty linked usually to industry. So even in the industry, you can use your immediate kind of colleagues and teachers within the university. There is the development seminars that we have here, the professional development seminars. We have the leadership program also, and we have the mentor program, which we link between the students and the industry and the academia. We are here, the professor. Then there is the faculty of graduate studies, which invest a lot of time and effort, money, and so on in order to develop skills and to develop professional development programs to help the students find jobs. Beyond that, if you are looking for academia jobs, then conferences, workshops, links with people in your discipline, internationally. In terms of the industry, you can identify local companies in your discipline. You can visit them. You can volunteer. You can attend workshops that they are doing. You can look on the internet. There are many options to look for a job. And the first thing, you start with your department. Well, the degree itself is not enough. Even for a university job. Universities, they would like to see diverse people in terms of background, like diverse background, that they can teach in different kind of discipline and so on. They need to see people with skills, especially the industry. They need to see people with tools in my discipline, analytical tools, because you need to do modeling, you need to do experimental design and so on. You should be able to do that. They need people with a critical thinking. I think what I would say to the students, and this is quite something even I have been talking to my kids about it, organizational skills they need. I am amazed that many students have no control of their time. I would like students to have a plan for almost daily, what they plan to do for that day and what sort of things they would like to achieve. And by the end of the day, they should ask themselves if they achieve what they want, even if it's a fraction from it, to kind of reflect and revise in order to come with a much productive plans. Productivity is a major issue, not only for students, for everyone. Many people spend a lot of time doing work, but not productive work. Productive work is that you come in the morning and you have 2, 3, 4 items, and at least you have to achieve these items. I came today in the morning on the idea that I will finish a letter and I will reply to 3, 4 major emails, and I finish a paper. I already accomplished all of that, including this interview. So the major issue is to develop organizational skills and to reflect every day on what you do and to change if need in order to achieve your goals. We are busy, and the amount of work as you progress in your career, it's increase, it doesn't decrease. I used to sleep till 7 o'clock in the morning every day. Now I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Simple, I need more hours in order to achieve what I want. And my list keep growing. I always kind of keep a list every day, but it keep growing. I look on the list and always I put the most important thing first, and I keep the rest to a later day. The other thing that you have to identify the most productive part of the day, and that most productive part of the day you should use it for the most important work that you need to do. In my case is to write a paper or to design experiment or to solve a problem. So I use my kind of time to do this. Meetings, other things, I keep them when I am tired, when I don't want really to be creative and to work on something very important. These kind of things is kind of, we think about them as trivial. They are not. This is the difference between a successful career and not that successful career. If you organize your time, it's also you will have time to go to the gym every day and to enjoy your family and to enjoy life in general. So organizational skills. And we actually focusing on that in geography now. They need to set goals, and they need really to be very strict in achieving these goals, either in terms of searching for a job or in terms of doing their research or in terms of courses and so on. They need really to have a vision and to see in 1 month where they want to be. They could be wrong by 2-3 days, but I see students, they come to me and they say, well, I will handle this in 1 month. 2-3 months goes by, I don't see anything. This is not acceptable. And it has to do with not ability, skills, organization skills and priorities. You have to be very selective and to choose the things that are very important to deal with them. And if you have time, then you deal with minor issues.